So no selfies? Come on, Stitchy bitch. Let's see those selfies. Definitely need to see a selfie from Soundwave's Photon. About to go through the withdrawals. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to play one song, then hopefully after the song, we're going to have Mr. Elamental on.
Harnessing the power of the crystals with energy, removing all the forces that have forced their way into me, holding in what I got left, saving it for the conquest. I grasp. Now take these concepts and turn them into a vortex, traveling to the end of space. Now there's even more next, pouring out my soul chest, follow it to the most blessed. Even when we give it our best, we still be put to the test and wonder why. That's the wrong question. How did we get higher? How did we stop stressing? Just put a guess in meditation. Stop your mind, slow your soul, see the whole relation with the situation. Dialectic, it's electric. In this method, in the process of perfection, it's called I put my best in. What you have in mind to my soul design, cause the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber. When you're moving with the purpose and you're feeling the force, when there's no other options left to break on my sword. Now as I'm spitting on the mic, I'm activating the light, concentrate on the right path. Inspirational strikes back, so create me a flight path, and maybe we might have a new existence, no resistance to what your mind grabs. So let's walk the mind shaft, still repping the rhyme craft. Be grateful for what you got, even if it's a dime sack. I'm bringing time back, cause the past is gone. I had no idea we would last this long. Let's stay strong through the mission. Everybody listen, we're bringing it to the brink of extinction. Let's resurrect, let's show respect to the future. The here and now is set. Respect is what we used to get and bet. The force is surrounding and bound by the fate on which we're counting. It's astounding how we're taking down kings, but the thing is, all we doing is letting sound ring. Sound ring. Sound ring. Letting sound ring. Letting sound ring. Let the sound ring. When you're moving with the purpose, then you're feeling the force. When there's no other options left to break out my sword, cause the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber. Third eye open, Jedi walk in the sky, bringing forth dying moments and expanding the minds, cause the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber, the mic's my lightsaber. Hey yo, we slaying the Sith, I'll be obeying the gifts that are given to me, fulfill the prophecy. Yo, rolling through the forest of shadow, they bring the armies to battle, we bring the resistance to rattle them up. They call them back up, as we call to turn the track up, we start to rack up force abilities and fractions. As we get the whole amount, then we'll call to action. The light illuminates and the dark's distracting. I'm closing the caption, the reaction is our fate. Don't dilate your destiny, stay in tune with your recipe. Hey, but pay attention if the intention is great. Follow through with what you're doing, manifest creation. Gotta keep it blazing, in fact, no time to be laying it back. I gotta be laying down the track for those coming after. So let's exit all the evil, blow it through the rafters to another dimension, that's what's coming after. We got the old school tactics, bringing it back to activation. Relax, the way in is right here to make sure your sight's clear. This is not the night fear, this is the light love. White dove existing right here with a nice nub, cause the mic's my lightsaber. Let's activate.
Yeah, so I would make the gals of cannabis, but I feel like that would be kind of I don't want to just do it like to compete with somebody and put them out of business or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might because the Girls of Green that's run by Drutter, and I know him Drutter for a while, and just out of the loyalty I have and just how I roll, I would like to make a gals of cannabis, but out of respect, maybe I'll ask for permission, or I don't know. I'm probably thinking crazy though. Yeah, we can do collabs. Yeah, totally. I guess I just don't want to be see like if I made the account, it's not to be put stepping on nobody's toes. You know what I mean? But the guys at cannabis, yeah, we needed that. You know, jeez, man. In this day and age, the Me Too movement. What about us? Us. What about us? Am I right? Can I get a whoop whoop? Hashtag don't forget about us. All right, Elemental. Do we have you here?
What's up, buddy? How's it going? I'm just waiting for my girl to bring me the power cord for my laptop.
Nice. It's going good, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Chilling down here in beautiful Acapulco, Mexico, on our rooftop patio overlooking the beach.
Are you at that one place that you did the video about the other day with the shower that you can overlook the bay?
Nah, that's my homie Michael Niemitz's house. It's Mike on Fire. It's on Steam It. Um, he has a like hilltop villa on the other side of the Costera that overlooks the whole cove, and you can see the whole ocean line beyond that too. It's really really beautiful. There's a lot of really unique wildlife I've never seen or heard about before out there too. There's this, oh man, I'll have to look up the name of it. There's this one creature, but then there was a whole bunch of other really interesting birds that I've never seen too. There were these two, I don't know, buzzard looking things, but they were like way prettier than normal buzzards. They were like all black and had like these green feathers on the underside of their wings. It was really cool. They kept jumping up on the top side of the pool and hanging out with us.
Nice. Yeah, judging by that sunset that you just posted. Yeah, man, that's the dream right there.
Yeah, that actually that sunset was on the day of the party that Mike had at his place. I put. Did you see that post as well?
I'm not sure. I know I've seen the one when you're giving us the tour of that one little house, and then I've seen you guys partying at night. I don't think I've seen another sunset.
Oh yeah, well the so you saw the video where I debuted, well I kind of debuted the recorded version of that at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that so that sunset was on the same day as the party but from our house, and then when we came back uh there was all kinds of crazy fireworks too, cuz there was a wedding earlier in the day. That's what the sunset in the video. During the sunset, you can hear all the like live strings and violins and stuff playing down on the beach when the wedding was going on. They were playing the wedding music for the bride and stuff, and while the sun was going down. Then we came back after the party later, and they were just busting off mad fireworks right behind our house. It was so tight.
Oh damn! It's almost hot right there.
Yeah, it's pretty lit over here right now.
Nice. So how long does this conference go on for?
Well, the main Anarchapulco conference, the big one, goes on for 4 days, but there's also Anarch Awakening the day before that. That starts on the 13th here in a couple days, and but there's also something happening simultaneously with that, and starting tomorrow, it's going to be on the 12th and 13th that I didn't even know about. Called I actually forget. It was the Dollar Vigilante conference. It's like this mini conference inside of Anarchapulco that's just about Jeff Berwick stuff.
Oh yeah, damn. Now yeah, because I was seeing some posts today, and I seen some other Steamians that I was kind of surprised. But yeah, who else? Who else? Some big Steamians that you would say you're excited for that's down there right now.
I mean, definitely Kenny's Kitchen comes to mind. I mean, I actually just got done watching his most recent video about him being excited about all these different things and just happy to be back here. And Yeah, I was actually just over at the Princess. That's the hotel, the resort actually, where they're holding the conference. And I linked up with Kenny there, and man, there it's just swarming with anarchists already. By the time we were leaving, after we had a couple of drinks and ate, um, there was just a huge line of people like in line to get their tickets. I was like, damn, we should have gotten our wristbands earlier because we already got our tickets online. But man, dude, yeah, it looks like I feel like there was a lot of concern leading up to this because of just all the drama associated with the coordination of the event and just unnecessary confusion for no reason and
Yeah.
just really creating a lot of chaos. But then in addition to that, one of our community members getting murdered, right before everyone was basically going to start flying down to the area, which caused the ticket prices to just fucking drop on the secondary market, like just plummet. People were, even the pre-sale tickets to Anarchapulco were like 230 or just 200 something dollars, way early bird tickets, and they're selling for like almost 600 now or something like that. And people were selling them for like $100, $80, $75, like all over the place, just trying to off their tickets because they were scared to come out. And I thought it was going to hurt attendance a lot, but man, I don't know. The conference hasn't even started yet, and not even Jeff's thing doesn't even start till tomorrow, and people are just all over that place. So it looks like we're going to still have a really good turnout regardless. I actually heard tonight that they sold out the conference apparently, which I was really surprised to hear because they expected their attendance at 4,000. It's actually kind of hard for me to believe that they sold 4,000 tickets.
Oh wow. Yeah. So is this event that just happened? Is that anything that you would want to talk about right now?
Oh, the murder situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just say that we had a little bonfire out back last night. It was sort of a memorial thing, and it's just some friends of his came, and we just sort of just hung out and kind of commemorated him. I actually wasn't there for the ceremony part because we were cooking dinner, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I feel like there's a lot of like talk surrounding that, and now that the conferences are starting, it's kind of starting to become more focused on what's going to happen next with the positive things about the conferences and stuff like that, as opposed to just sticking on just going in this continuous reoccurring cycle of talking about the same things and going in circles, all this negative stuff and what everyone's afraid of. And it's just I there's going back to the Princess tonight was really a big thing because there was just a lot of positive energy floating around in there. Now there was some weird energy too because of other situations I won't get into right now. But it's just like the whole like us with our t-shirts, like we made all these t-shirts and like we have we have to go through all these crazy things to like get our t-shirts out there. It's not like we can just go in there and be like, oh boom, here's our table, here's our t-shirts, we're selling them, here's how much they are. We can't even do it that way. We have to we're setting up with State of Anarchy, but we can only put a couple of t-shirts out there on display, and even that's a risk because they're just being crazy about no other t-shirts being sold there. So then there's a whole bunch of other like banned items that are apparently too anarchist for the anarchist conference.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous. So we're opening up these hotel rooms, and this one is going to be called the Silk Road. Yeah, it's actually a conference room. I didn't know that. Yeah, there's one conference room we're taking over, calling it the Silk Road, where all the banned items for Anarchapulco are going to be sold. And also, in addition to that, one of the speakers that's coming onto the conference is one of I guess the mother of the person who got just being associated with the Silk Road thing or production or whatever when they first came out. He got 2 life sentences, like the max most harshest things, and like so she's come to speak on her son's behalf and as one of the speakers, and we're giving her a shirt, and any of the shirts that are sold in the Silk Road room, we're giving 10% to her foundation to help raise money for
Awesome.
so she's gonna be talking about our shirts on stage, even though
It's a banned item.
Yeah. It's a fucking anarchist conference, motherfuckers. What the fuck?
Well, I was gonna make a comment when you said that there's a bunch of anarchists in line getting the tickets. I was just envisioning a bunch of people with like pitchforks and bats with bandanas and setting fires.
Well, no, I mean, see, that's like kind of the misconception of what anarchism actually
Oh
is.
yeah, I know it. I know. It's just that's the first thing that came to my mind.
I feel
But
like
yeah,
that's
totally.
what a lot of people think, but it was actually there's a lot of like ritzier looking people that were in line, actually, mostly like older folks, and not necessarily in a bad way or anything, but you know what I mean, like just a different class of financial than a lot of bodies down here.
People with the
And that
suits.
comprises like about 2/3 of the attendance. The other third is people like us that are just the down to earth hippies that aren't really super financially wealthy or anything, but just coming to try to enjoy the conference and make the best of it. And that's how it's always been in the past. It's been like, you know, if you don't have enough, if people who have a lot of money who come to the conference pay for tickets and pay for things and do this and that, and then people who don't have a whole lot of money that can't afford it don't and still are able to attend. And then of course they, are being super restricted this year. You can't come in any parts of the conference without a ticket this year. Blah blah blah. It's just not very like, and because I feel like the way it was run before was much more like true anarchy. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, people want to support the conference and keep it going and stuff like that, but I mean, tickets are really really expensive, and most people can't afford to pay for them to go. But the portion that can't is insignificant enough to where it doesn't matter, and they're still going to be addicted to those people this year. I don't know. It just seems weird.
So what was like last year's attendance? Like what kind of numbers are we usually looking at here?
I don't remember what the exact numbers were, but I know it was between around, I'd say between 1,500 to 2,000, probably like 17, 1,800 if I had to. Oh, sorry. Hempers just told me 2,500 live.
Oh wow.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ginger. Yeah, it's 17, 1,800. People, I guess the sound guy said they were going to have an attendance at 2,500 this year, but their original estimate was 4,000, and they said they sold out. So I don't know exactly. I guess this year it's going to fall somewhere between 25 and 4.
Yeah, so this is all obviously becoming like a really like top conference is what I'm understanding. That's pretty sweet. So for the Steamians too, like how well do you feel Steam is being represented over there?
That is yet to be seen. I'll know more when the conference actually starts. I feel like Steam was going to be repped hard at Anarcha but Lily just officially announced that she canceled the event due to the circumstances, which is understandable. It's kind of a bummer for us.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the places I was going to perform, and it was like kind of the last event after everything, so it would have been a really good place. And that's the most anarchist event out of all the events going on down here, because people just can come and do what they want, set up a table, do a seminar, vent, do whatever you want. There's no restriction, and that would have been a really really good place to off the rest of whatever was left after we get rid of these shirts. But as long as we don't get too much hassle from the conference people, um, I really feel like we're still going to be able to sell these shirts. Basically, how I'm going to approach it at the venue: shirts out, couple on display, and then I'm just going to keep pushing it more and more and see how far I can go with it and put more shirts out and more shirts out, And if they come say something, and I'll push up the Silk Road, push more up the Silk Road up top. And,
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is that you can do is have your shirts and stuff ready, and gradually bump them up or whatever. But have your Steam post ready. Be like, hey, I'm gonna send you this post. Check it out, man. I got these shirts, and it'd be a great way for you to try to sell your shirts and promote Steam.
yeah, and we got these little flyers that we're going to hand out to people, and on the back they're going to have the care instructions along with a bunch of links to our Steemit posts and stuff that are all related to the project that we were doing with the herbal conscious eco dying, and a few other things as well, and the Homesteaders co-op link to our store that's also connected to Steam, as they can we accept Steam and SPD.
Tight. Yeah, I was checking out that Homesteaders Co-op, and yeah, man, they got some good stuff. I saw a post today of this one girl. She got this one tincture, but yeah, man, that's very promising. Let me see if I can get a link up. But yeah, man. So we got you on. We got Elemental. Like I was telling everybody here, you're really big with Tribe Steam Up. If it wasn't for Tribe Steam Up, like groups of like Can and Curate, wouldn't even be here, right? And I know Kenny's Kitchen is over there. So are you planning to do anything like as far as presentations? And Kenny's Kitchen, is he doing presentations too? And if so, like what kind of stuff are you guys going to be talking about?
Kenny is giving several presentations and seminars and workshops, um, all about like different vegan stuff. He's doing vegan cooking, desserts, healthy living in general. His different philosophical seminars, and yeah, he's actually one of the main speakers at Anarchapulco too, and he's been my biggest supporter for this T-shirt project down here. Thank God, because he's going to go on there and mention the shirts, and we're going to give him to a few other speakers that are homies in State of Anarchy, that are influential, and we're really hoping that that's going to be what kicks it into overdrive and gets all these people over there just buying them, buying them, buying them, because as long as we sell like 100 to 120 shirts, we should be okay, and that's like break even. But and then everything after that's cool. But if we could sell all 250 of them, that would really, really help us out because we worked our asses off on this project and a lot of man hours, and it would be nice to get something for those man hours. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I was supposed to give Hempers and I both were supposed to give a speech at the fork about our eco-conscious and healthy dying methods, and why it's important for people to pay attention to those kind of things and the kind of decisions and questions you should be asking yourself when you're buying a garment for yourself in the future, and getting people thinking about it more, because I don't think people really think about you know um, health on clothes and what you absorb through your clothing. And a lot of people think about that with their food and their water and what they consume, but not what they wear. And so that's what we're trying to spread it. So instead, we originally we were going to do these brochures, but just because of limited resources and time, we're gonna make this 2-page flyer instead. But it's those ones are really long and expansive, and there's a lot of information on them. So we're just gonna print a few copies and give them to like actual people who dye clothing normally, and then have like one on the table for people to read while they're there or take pictures of with their phone. And I'm actually gonna list that tomorrow. That's gonna be my Steam It post tomorrow. Is that whole write up? It's actually a lot of things that I've already written on Steam It, but just consolidated into sort of an essay format so it flows better and has all the information that we could think of about the project.
Yeah, man. That's I know I was watching a documentary not too long ago, and they're talking about the like the fire retardants and stuff that they spray on clothes. And I never knew about that shit till fuck like a month ago, and this shit is pretty gnarly. And I know you were telling me too about how lots of clothes end up in third world countries. You want to say a little something about that?
Sorry about how the clothing industry uses bad materials.
Yeah, and about how some of these clothes are in third world countries and end up in like the streams and stuff like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there's these seasonal fashion trends each year, and it kind of makes this idea that clothes are disposable. That people think that everyone's always like, think about like when you were a kid and people take you to go school clothes shopping. It's like, what is that? Like I can understand that for a kid to a degree because he's changing in size and yada yada. But even those things should be passed around. Um, but when you get to adulthood and people go through these phases of just buying clothes and getting rid of clothes and donating their clothes and buying more clothes all the time, every season, every year, it's always got to be some new thing because they're putting out, the fashion industry puts so much money into marketing these things with models going out on runways each year with these new weird fashions they come up with and just nonsense, really. Um, but we don't need all that. And it's creating so much pollution that the fashion industry has become the number 2 polluter worldwide next to big oil. I mean, that's freaking nuts. That's because all this extra clothes, I mean, people donate their clothes and they think they're doing a good thing, but really, like, you're passing it off to somebody else because all those clothes that go through Goodwill and eventually do not get purchased, they literally put them on airplanes and dump them in foreign countries. And then for these foreign countries, these third world countries, make laws against it, saying, "Don't do this. You can't do this. Don't dump your clothes in our country." And we just do it anyway. We just keep doing it anyway. And the mentality is like, "Oh, well, what are they going to do about it?" But if you want to know more about that, I would recommend watching this awesome documentary. It's called The True Cost. It's all about the things I was just talking about, and it'll really open your eyes to how bad the fashion industry is really messing up the planet. It's insane. And I think it's honestly a bigger problem than big oil right now, because at least we have a solution that's being implemented for that. We don't have a solution that's being implemented for the clothing industry being a problem environmentally. And it's people are dying in these clothing factories too. There's unsafe working conditions all over the place. I mean, literally dying, and people are getting sick from the water and dying from the water they're drinking because of all the clothes that are getting dumped on these countries. It is absolute insanity. It's all covered up. All covered up.
I believe it, man. And it's something that nobody even ever thinks about too. It's kind of funny because that movie Zoolander, how they make them look so evil. That's probably like the most truthful expression that they ever got of the fashion industry. Or Will Ferrell's character, But one thing I've always heard about this, that because they make shirts and hats before like the World Series or the Super Bowl. Like they have shirts and hats already printed out for both teams, and I hear the loser gets shipped overseas.
Yep, and that's a big part of what gets dumped over there, man. They make a ton of those shirts, and that's why you see people wearing those in other countries and stuff, in more impoverished countries, because that's where they go, literally. And it's like, why are they making them for both? That's so stupid. Just so they can have whichever team wins ready to go and ship out to people. The convenience factor is just, it's too high of a cost. But I'm actually gonna drop the link for my girlfriend Hempress's first Steam It post ever. It's called "Breaking the Chains of the Fashion Industry," and there's a little bit longer title, but yeah, it has a link to where you can purchase the documentary. I believe it's also on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, if you look up The True Cost, you should be able to find it there too. But there's a link to purchase the documentary and donate to their cause. And you can also stream it on that on there for free. And there's a link for that. So there's the post that Hempress made, first one ever, and I think it's a really influential post. I love this one, and we're actually titling our that little pamphlet that I was talking about. We're going to have on our table with the same title, "Breaking the Chains of the Fashion Industry," because we are doing something about this problem. It's not going to have a huge effect immediately, but being here in Acapulco and educating all these people with what we've done here, with the t-shirts we made for this conference, and why it's important to do that, and just handing out those miniature flyers with the designs and the short description to every single person who buys one, is going to make a huge impact, I think, because these people come from all over the world, all kinds of conscious minds, a whole bunch of other conscious minds, and this is the perfect place to spread that kind of conscious wisdom.
So I guess this brings me up to a great question. So, Elemental, to you, define to us what you think an anarchist means.
Well, anarchism is synergism in the rhythm of life.
What?
Activate liberation, taking back all your rights that are naturally yours. Restore your freedom and forge a new path for our people reborn. It's time to form an alliance with the forces of nature. That's a savior in the answer for achieving symbiosis. Overriding the program and the evil's focus. I feel the damage of the deception, it's atrocious. That's why it's time to rise up, pump a fist in the air and define and revolutionize for the sake of all tribes worldwide. Fine-tuning evolution's design, breaking through with all crews, supply divine to the mind.
Oh shit! Damn.
That's a little like anarchy song we're trying to do for the music video. There's an intro before that, but hold on. That's what the whole song's about, though, is like explaining what anarchy is, as opposed to
that on the SoundCloud.
It's not done yet. I'm working on it with Elias Clay. Hopefully, if she ever gets over.
There you go. You guys have it right here, Cannon Crew Greenhouse Radio online. Yeah, man. So what I one thing I saw on Kenny's post. Let me see. I'll go ahead and post that again. I saw David Eek. I'm probably saying his name wrong. David Icky is there. That's pretty sick.
Who's that now?
David, he's the guy that. Oh, he's always on Coast to Coast AM, man. I wish Danny didn't leave, but David Icky. I think that's his name.
I'm not sure who that is. Real quick though, so the spoken word part of that song and the intro that goes before that part of the verse is like this actually kind of answers the question better. It says, "In case you're misinformed as to what anarchy is, we came through to let you know. It's all about self-ownership and non-aggression. It could not be farther from chaos and disorder. So let's peacefully assemble a beautiful world once again as we extend our energy and assistance towards this inevitable future and finally live in harmony with the earth and each other, how we were born to exist."
Yeah, that's boom. So when's that going to be ready for us?
Hopefully soon, man. I wanted to record the video during the conferences, and I wanted to sit down with Elias and collaborate on the chorus and collaborate on the third verse. Yeah, hopefully she's written her the second verse that's hers by now, but I don't know. She's been really busy, so I'm sure she'll get up with me as soon as. I mean, because she's performing the Anarchapulco hip hop show and opening for Immortal Technique. We're gonna go to that, and then I have I'm at the Turtle Party with possibly Burnt MD and the Free Knots and and uh and Elias might show up to that too, but she doesn't know for sure because she's also performing Anarch Awakening. I was thinking about performing Anarch Awakening, but I just got so much other stuff going on with this vending project. I can't take on. Originally, I was thinking I couldn't take on 3 shows because I was already doing 2, but now it's like, if in retrospect, maybe I should have because then I would have had 2 shows to do. But I feel comfortable with the schedule I have laid out. I have a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time too for coming on. Yeah, I know Kenny. She's doing all those workshops and shit. I imagine he's really busy. So the after parties, man. Is there like an after party you got to go to tonight?
Well, everyone seems to be back over at the Princess, so I fucking probably should go over there, but I don't know if I actually should. Cause, cause it was getting wild in there, and I need to go promote these shirts though, like in person. You feel me? Like, but
Yeah, especially
I also
the people that got the booze in them.
yeah,
It
dude,
probably is.
I got to get up tomorrow too and fucking like do all this shit tomorrow. I got to go to the printer and get all this stuff printed for the flyers and the brochure thing, and then I gotta make sure I have enough energy to do this again tomorrow night because I really gotta pump it out tomorrow night. Apparently, that's when that fucking other thing that Jeff Berwick is doing starts. I just found out about that. It's still blowing my mind. There's another event I didn't know about.
Yeah, man, it really does. I guess me asking if Steam is being represented well, it's kind of a dumb question. But yeah, man, this sounds like Steam it is being represented well. We got Nathan Mars there. I know I've seen some other DTubers over there. Kenny's Kitchen. Kenny's Kitchen. He's fucking like the prophet of Steam.
Yeah, he definitely is, man. He's the muse's muse and the teacher's teacher, man. He's a really good guy too. He's one of my best friends, but I I don't know, man. It's a bunch of madness over there. They're gonna take us. There's this dude over here, from I think from Venezuela, and he's like offering to teach us all how to surf tomorrow morning too.
Oh, sick.
But on the note of the Steam being represented well, I said it was remained to be seen because the conference hasn't started. But as far as opinions from crypto people and Steamians alike as to the future of Steam, it seems like whether these are like people on my level or like people that are way more experienced in Steam than me are kind of split uh between thinking like whether it's just kind of going downhill and it's done, or whether it's going to continue and rise up again and become a big platform. And I don't know, man. I think the crypto expert people are kind of looking way too much at the numbers and the other negative factors at play here, and not looking at the utility potential for the future and also the present utility that still exists. I just found out about this thing that dude, that same guy that is going to take us surfing tomorrow, uh, mentioned something to me. Hold on, let me pull it up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? He mentions this thing. There's this thing where if you walk, okay, here it is. It's called Active Fit, right? And it's this like healthcare app you can download, and it tracks. Do you know what it is?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, so apparently it like pays you for walking or whatever. Like, and I was like, I've never heard of that before. And he's like, what do you mean? I thought that was a big thing on Steam It, and I was like, no. But it's just another like prime example of this like diamond in the rough on Steam It, like untapped potential. And like all the graphic designers I have access to, and just all these other examples, just a million different examples. The Steam Silver rounds, like being able to cash out your Steam earnings in actual physical silver, and even Steam silver if you want. I mean, there's people that make all kinds of hand pulled bullion that's really freaking cool, and also hand poured Steam silver in addition to the community designed rounds. I have a bunch of those to get rid of down here too at Urbanistan, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's just so it's just such a unique platform that's never been seen before. There's nothing like it even still, and even all the people who try to clone it, they just don't got it down. Like even in its beta stage where it's not even fully developed yet, it's just like it's not even a blank slate. But what's the word I'm looking for? It's like an incomplete project that's still beautiful even though it's not done yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think anybody can come here and turn it into what they want it to be, and for somebody like to take it and get rich off it, you're obviously going to have to have money. But if you come, like I believe Canon Create is a great example. We're just a group of minnows working really hard, man. Yeah, you hear that? Holy shit. Yeah, that's my little one. Yeah, he just turned one. But if you work hard for it, you can turn it into something, and that's what we're trying to do. And with Greenhouse Radio Online, then we got Danny with the Hash Kings game coming up. We're just trying to pave our way, man, and doing it on our own terms, not sitting around waiting for a whale to come upvote us. And in which now I don't know. Yeah, I think I told you. We got two whales that delegate to Canon Create, which is huge. We got Bernie Sanders that just dropped a 10,000 steam power delegation. And I even asked him. I said, "Hey, Bernie, so what accounts would you like me to put you on auto vote?" And he said none. He's like, "Save it for the people." He just gave us a 10,000 steam power delegation and just fucking walked away. He likes what we're doing, but we're all just a bunch of small fish, man. And now we got this big account that's upvoting us, which isn't much, but it's we've been seeing nothing but positive growth since the start.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can find some kind of delegator down here to get into fucking Earth Tribe or Tribe Team Up or something, man. We need some lift back up because we were doing really well there for a while, and I think a lot of people I know have put a ton of time and energy and love into this platform in the hopes that we're onto something big here, and I think we still are. And a lot of people have forgotten that. Um, and like I think we had imagined that at this point in time, we were going to have a lot different of a situation financially with the value of Steam. I mean, because I had a couple thousand Steam I was ready to cash out for these crazy conscious projects I had lined up. I mean, I was anticipating we were going to be sitting at least even if we were at $4, like we were like 4 months ago, $4 at Steam, dude, I'd be having like 10 grand I could fucking throw into whatever crazy ass conscious project I want to really start expanding things towards getting a eco village going so we can secure land. And anytime I like start going full force into stuff like that, it's always with the intention to eventually be funded to do that, and so we can really show the world an example of how we're supposed to live. And it is very discouraging and disappointing to see the bear market occur like this, and then just Ned being like, I don't care what happens, it's just ridiculous, dude.
It is. It really is. It's like It's like he was like a trust fund kid, and this is what he got when he turned 18, and now he's just, like I don't know. It's kind of bizarre how he's just handing it over to a group of people. At first I thought, oh, it looks like maybe Ned sold it to somebody, which was wishful thinking. But then now he's just turning it over to some other people on the platform. I just think he just has a lot on his plate. He obviously doesn't know how to take it to the next level, and it's a shame, man. Because honestly, like it's like with all that money they had, they could have done a lot more. But obviously, they just didn't really know what to do and expected it to be something else. I don't know. But that's why it's like with us, like we're doing things. So I get a lot of slack too, man. People are saying, "Oh, go to Smoke," stuff like that. But Steam, I really love Steam, and like that's why I'm gonna put
Everyone keeps
shirts.
saying go to Whale.
Oh, Welsh, nah. I think I have a Welsh Shares account, but I think Samo's on Welsh Shares. I don't know how. Well, I have nothing against those alt accounts, but it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I just need to focus more on one platform. It's like on Smoke, I dismantled the Witness Organic Rate, and how do you feel about Smoke?
I know nothing about whale shares. I just keep hearing people talk about it. I don't feel any kind of way because I don't know.
Well, I know. I hear SMTs was actually stolen from Official Fuzzy. He made something on Well Shares, and that's where the SMT came from. I don't know if Sam knows what I'm talking about. But with Steam, it's all about the blockchain, man. And even though it's only worth 27 cents right now, it still has a lot of value to me. And if you were to use Steam to send to somebody and cash out and to put in your bank account to pay bills, Steam is still a good currency to do that. But Smoke, I don't even know how to trade Smoke yet. And I hear the BitShares fees are just ridiculous because it's not really on too many exchanges.
Nah, Smoke's one of those things you're gonna have to. We're all let's see. It's just like how Steam it was. It's the same situation. It's like everyone's in early, and you wanna hope to see this get up. Even if it was at 10 cents, that's fuck. That's like a crazy increase on everything we've earned, and that's what we hope to see is increase in value. And how that happens and occurs is attracting investors, like major investors, and I like I said before, I think there just has to be, especially with Smoke, like moving forward, there has to be a firm interaction uh, platform for the developers to contact the users, especially ones that are influential in certain groups in the platform that eventually develop. There has to be accountability too, like in complete transparency as to what the intent is and the follow through with that intent in a timely fashion that's reasonable. There can't be any of this like we're gonna do this, but then it gets pushed back 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking times, and then eventually not even do it. And then the ideas themselves and what they're trying to do has to make sense for the platform to be successful across the board and make all the users of the platform happy and make it easy for them to understand how to use the platform. If that can occur and that kind of evolution and development can happen with Smoke, and that combined with the fact that normally I wouldn't be like a fan of doing a really specific type of content creation website like that. But just because it's cannabis and just because of where cannabis is at, and especially in the US with all the new legalization reform and stuff, I feel like it has a huge high potential for success. But will that success occur is still a question mark. I would like to, you said the guy that runs Smoke sometimes comes on the show. I would love to talk with him a little bit sometime and really get some kind of direct answers. I can come up with some questions, like, because it's really important that the people on the platform have faith that that if it does start to go somewhere and the people that own this thing make a whole bunch of money, but not necessarily the people who helped them get it made a bunch of money yet. That they're not just going to walk out on us, because we don't want to have that happen again. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, one thing about Smoke is they make such a big deal about the cross posting, and even it's like the way some top stakeholders over there have handled some situations. It really left a sour taste in my mouth. Like there's some people that's only been on blockchain for less than a month. They're doing cross posts from Steam to Smoke, which they talk about Smoke on Steam, but they do posts like that and they get so much shit for it, man. And it's happened so many times where I'm just like, fuck, man, like what the fuck? Like you're gonna hate on us for talking about Steam over here, but it's okay for you to talk about Smoke over there. Like, and for one, like some of the posts, like I was like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. But the way it was handled by some of the top witnesses over there, it was just like left a sour taste in my mouth. And they just did lots of repeated behavior. So there's some things I just question, like, hey, man, like we're over here busting our asses, but you're busting your ass to bust our ass. Like that doesn't make sense. So I'm still posting over there with my account, but with Canon Create, I dismantled the witness, and now I'm just gonna focus more on Steam than Smoke. But eventually, we will go back to Smoke, because I know Danny is going to release his Hash Kings game there as well. But just a lot of the reception that we had, I'm just taking a break.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, and that's the same thing that was happening with the event coordinator for Anarchapulco down here with everyone. It's just like you're gonna put all that time and energy into focusing on things that are restricting people trying to help the thing that you're trying to help, instead of putting your energy into supporting those people that are trying to help you. Which, I mean, it just seems crazy.
It's ridiculous, man. It's like you're doing lots of good about like for this conference, but yet there's a person there saying no, you can't do that. Which I'm sure it's all about money. It's there's someone paying her to say that to you.
Yes and no. There's someone paying her, yes, but it's sort of a complicated situation. I won't get into all the details, man. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. How did I know last time we talked, you talked about how she was trying to charge you more for a booth. Did that work out?
Okay, so I'll try to give the short version of this. I originally contacted them about having the shirts at the conference and volunteering to do the loadout on the equipment, the sound equipment and stuff, and the video equipment in the main conference area where the speakers were, because I actually know the guys that run sound and do all the video and stage setup there. They're like personal friends of mine, and I helped them like just without them even asking me to or officially volunteering loadout last year anyway. Um, so I just figured it was kind of a no brainer. I was just like, whatever, just, comp my tickets and we'll be good. And I was just mentioned about, that we made the event shirts and this and that because they'd never made event shirts previously. And last year was my first year. And I did see Anarchapulco shirts there, but they weren't like screaming Anarchapulco, and they were made by patrons, and it was an anarchy conference. So, I figured I'd fill the gap and provide these really, really in line with anarchy, principle event shirts that are basically eco anarchists all the way. It's just in line with nature, in line with personal health, in line with treating the workers who create the actual shirts before we dyed them and printed on them fairly, and all the practices associated with that. And I hit up Jeff Berwick about it originally, and he immediately like passed it to that girl. And I was that's kind of was I was trying to avoid it because I'd already heard some negative things about like things she'd been doing with other people, and it was already too late. So we were locked in the conversation, and just even she immediately calls me on Telegram, and just from the one phone conversation, I could tell she was being so rudely invasive and asking me questions like very specific questions that I wouldn't normally tell anyone, like, or wouldn't even be asked. It's just absurd. Like asking me how many shirts did you get? How much did you pay for each shirt? How much did you pay for dye materials? You know, like what are you planning to do with this? Where did this design come from? Like earlier in the year before I started this whole project, I asked Jeff Berwick if it was cool if I made a an alternate Anarchapulco logo, not to replace his or anything, but just to have, a little bit of variety and stuff. And then I just posted all over online throughout since I released that I was actually going to make the event shirts for months. It was all over the place. I mean, and then all of a sudden they're making event shirts like last second right before the conference, almost like they just stole the idea last second and then tell me I can't have mine there. And I kind of feel like that's what happened because of the timing of it. You know what I mean? And and also they stole, so this other event that's going on, Anarch Awakening, where the people running that event were originally running Anarchapulco, and they split from Anarchapulco because of differences in opinion about the way the conference should be run. I mean, it's supposed to be an anarchy conference. It's getting more and more hierarchical, which is not what you want. And anyway, uh, uh, they uh, they split and made Anarch Awakening, and then this girl stole their name from them and applied it to the health and wellness part of Anarchapulco. They called it Anarch Awaken. Unfucking believable. So let me continue the story. That doesn't end there.
Go on.
I very highly reluctantly send her all the information about the pricing of my entire project, told her how much it cost us for each shirt, and broke it down, every single part of it. And I told them, like, this is how much we would make if we sold every single shirt. So with that in mind, what percentage of the profits do you think would be fair to share with the conference? And then she replies, and on the phone I also told her that the shirts were currently being printed at the printer, and they were like almost done and they'd be done the next day or two. She replies to my email with all the information after she asked me to send it to her with, oh, well, I don't think this doesn't, your project doesn't fall in line with what Anarchapulco put their time and energy into. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The way these shirts were made are no more in line with anarchy. They're literally like the most anarchist. We use like the most inline anarchist philosophical concepts in our processes that we possibly could have. And the logos themselves came from an online design contest, which pays tribute to the way that Anarchapulco got its name, from an online design contest, which, by the way, was won and named by somebody I know. And so she basically says, yeah, you can't have them here. Basically, there's nothing we can work out. And she says to me, my advice to you would be to not print the shirts, as if I had never said to her that they were already in the process of being printed. Like, she just completely didn't even acknowledge that I said that to her on the phone, which I just told her. It was like this all happened within an hour or so. And I was just like, and she's like, we're going to talk to you and get back to you though, and let you know if there's anything, if there's anything we can work out for you, if any, or something like that. And yeah, I have documents to all these emails, and I don't know. It's just crazy. So anyway, the dudes with State of Anarchy, they actually won third place in the design contest, and they're in the State of Anarchy logo with the Alpha and Omega Anarchy symbol is on the back of our shirts. They got a table. They were asking the same girl how much a vending table would be, because they were just trying to figure it, because they were trying to charge people between $10,000 and $25,000, depending on if you wanted a big table or a small table. And my first thought was, what kind of fucking product would you be able to sell that where $10,000 or $25,000 fee would be a non-issue? Or I've never vended in any event in my life where I've even made a gross amount of 10 grand. Like, that's insanity. Even for food vending, that's a huge fee. I don't get it. And so they were trying to figure out which one it was, and they asked them, and they didn't respond. So then there's this guy, this really, really important philosophical anarchist that comes down here that everyone really loves, comes to see. His name's Mark Passio. These guys happened to mend the bridge between the conference and Mark Passio. I guess something happened to where he wasn't going to come, and State of Anarchy fixed that. So therefore, Jeff was like, we owe you guys one. Now you get to have a vending table anywhere. And then this girl emails him back saying, the only reason that you're getting a vending table is because you did that. And he was like, bitch, like, I'd fucking, like, you were not going to take 25 grand from us Like if we gave it to you for a vending table, fuck off. You know, like are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Right.
That's,
So
so
anyway,
anyway.
they're saying they got my back hard and fucking they're like, you're gonna put your shirts on that table and that's that. You know, I don't know. It might cause a scene, and I'm gonna pull out my phone and record it, and yeah.
Fuck, that's fucking gnarly, man.
And then it's gonna be that in between. I told you about the Silk Road.
Yeah, yeah. Which, by the way, that's fucking awesome idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some shirts up there and some at that table, and if they try to start shit with us, we're gonna record everything. And I think basically it's gonna turn into like, yeah, make us take it off the table, basically.
Yeah, and then you guys can really put on the bandanas and get the baseball bats and start breaking stuff.
No, no, no.
I'm totally joking though. So let me non-violence. There you go.
Non-aggression principle, actually.
So is this experience gonna maybe make you think twice about next year's event?
I'm still willing to participate in next year's event, considering number one, she's not a part of it anymore, and number two, I honestly don't think I want to make event shirts for Anarch Poco anymore. And I've already been offered by Anarch Awakening to make next year's Anarch Awakening shirts, and they've been much nicer to me. They know how to run a conference, and theirs is actually much more focused on spirit oriented things and ceremonies for healing with different things like cacao and ayahuasca and 5-EAOM DMT, and that's kind of falls more in line with the type of thing that I'm about. And I feel like the type of people that'll go there will appreciate my art, our work more than at Anarch Poco. But if Jeff Berwick came up to me and was very nice to me and asked the same of me, and we worked out a deal that I was comfortable with, then maybe I would do it again in a different set of circumstances. But I would have to have the blessing of the event. I'm not going to do this whole argument back and forth crap anymore. I don't enjoy that. Like it's hard enough to come out and hawk your wares and try to make sure you don't lose money and get stuck with a bunch of shirts you have to haul back to the U.S. and pay more money to fucking check your back. It's just, like I don't need to deal with all these other obstacles. It's very, very rude. And if she thinks she's gonna come up and get in the way between me and my family's financial well-being, she's got another fucking thing coming, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah. The situation seems really bizarre and fishy to me.
She's barking up the wrong tree, let me just put it that way.
And put it on the blockchain.
I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna fuck. Dude, there's gonna be so many cameras on that situation if it does go down. I'm hoping she's just too busy to fuck with it or notice, and just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, and you got stickers as well, don't you?
Yeah, I've been giving a ton of those away too to a bunch of homies and different people, trying to promote the fact that the same design's gonna be on the shirts. Everyone loves them. Everyone's sticking them on their laptops and phones. I actually had a couple people tell me they didn't want the free stickers tonight, and I was like dumbfounded. I was like, but you're at Anarch Poco at the Princess right now. I was like, how? Why? I don't know. It's just...
That is weird. I've actually gotten people mad at me on Steam for sometimes I'll throw people up on auto vote for from Canada Curate, and I got somebody came at me mad at me for doing that. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Lame.
Yeah, it's funny what triggers people to, and I don't know. It's a crazy.
Yeah, I'm just excited to do all this. As long as there's no problems with her, then it's going to be a bunch of fun. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. So many cool seminars and healing things happening. Just so many cool people to meet too. And I think that's the best part, honestly. Just meeting all the other conscious minds that have all these really great projects they're doing to help humanity and the earth. It's really refreshing to come to an area where there's a large concentration of those type of people that have all different kinds of skill sets and attributes to offer to the conscious revolutionary.
Yeah.
you know, and it's really something I don't experience anywhere else. Even in Portland, I mean, Oregon's a really conscious place, but not like here, you know, not like during this event here.
Yeah, I totally can see that, and I know the last year's event is what got you to Steam again. So that seems like a pretty powerful thing as well. Because if we all got our Steam stories, and I know that's yours.
Yeah, and you know, this I probably should have wrote about that. I have had so little time to. I'm just posting the videos mostly for the moment and a few pictures because well, and the other part of that too is that our internet at the house is complete fucking shit. And we went to the Princess tonight, and it was no better. I literally had to like put my computer by the like right next to the router to even get any kind of speed to upload videos. And finally, I was able to upload a couple of things to Steam and Facebook. But God, here at the house, I literally spent. I had an 8-minute video I uploaded yesterday from the party. It took from noon till midnight.
Damn. Right, that just shows our dedication to actually upload this shit, right?
Yeah, but I need to stop putting so much time into this wasted video uploads because, yeah, it's about to pop off starting tomorrow. Like, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna try to document as much as I can. I don't know how often I'm gonna be able to actually post it until after, you know, the madness dies down because it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be running like a fucking marathon trying to keep up with everything, especially on the day of the turtle party. That's the Art of Liberty on the beach turtle party, like when they release all the sea turtles. I have to perform there, but before that, that's still a day of Anarchapulco, so I have to get there early, set up vending, do all my vending back and forth between the Silk Road room and down there, and running around the conference promoting and blah blah blah, going back and forth and the other. Then leave that early, pack up, take all my vending stuff from there from both rooms back to my place where the turtle party's at behind my house on the beach. Help Ginger set all that up, get all the vending stuff set up, prepare the stage, then come back in and rehearse a little bit, come back out, keep helping them set up the turtle party and ushering people. Oh, and I have to promote the turtle party with flyers that day while at the conference too. And then I have to go back in and rehearse some more, come back out, perform, and then vend the rest of the night. And then so there's gonna be an after party at our house after that too. And we're pulling some strings to get Immortal Technique over to our concert here over at this place so you can come to the after party at our house too. We're really hoping that happens.
Damn. Yeah. Well, fuck, man. I'm like thinking, like, maybe you need to set up a live stream or something on Vim. I would watch that. Elemental's fucking day.
Yeah, if I had the ability, I would, man. I just don't think I have the capability, just because of the limited internet access that we have.
Well, man, it's kind of funny when you think about it, because in our minds, like when us Steamians, and I'm sure Instagram people maybe think this way too, but I don't know. But I know Steamians, like if we're doing something, we're like thinking ahead of time. Okay, so I'm gonna make a post out of this. So you got to make sure you get a picture for this or that, and I can relate to my grow. Like whenever I do something with my grow, like okay, I gotta take out my plants, check for white mold, do this, do that, do transplant. At the same time, I'm thinking I gotta fucking make a post about all this. So sometimes it discourages me to do stuff because I know I gotta make a Steam It post about it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that way a lot too. And sometimes I get mad at myself because I'm taking pictures and not thinking about that, and then I get back and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta capture that one thing that exemplifies what I want to talk about. Damn it.
It's funny too because we're doing this. I'm doing it. I'll be honest. Like a lot of the times I do this, like I want to show people. I'm excited about it, but there's also that factor of fear of missing out on the Steam. And I'm only doing it for like 3 Steam or something. It's funny.
I realized I dropped that link earlier in the wrong.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
There's the link that I was talking about earlier. That is for the true cost documentary and the explanation that Ginger wrote. That's my girlfriend's first ever Steam It post. It's a good one. It's really
Now,
old, but it's a good one.
and how come she's not active no more?
She's just I don't know. I've asked her that a bunch of times, but she kind of she's giving me a look.
Yeah, well, it's hard work. Well, man, tell her, I'll sign her up on Canon Create, and just it doesn't have. But I think a lot of times too, for some people, it's like they when they do a post, they want it to be the best post ever. I think sometimes some of us, that do these great posts, including yourself, sometimes you gotta take a break and just do like a regular, easy post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't have to be gold. You just have to, put something out there every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause, I'll sign her up on. I'm sure she's on Earth Tribe. You can't miss out. That's free money.
Bro, I'm telling you, once the conferences are over, we're spending like another week and a half here. I'm gonna put some work in on Earth Tribe. I want to get that moving again because it's not just about the Earth Tribe thing. Originally was designed for to be a Tribe Steam Up affiliate to include more membership in the Tribe Steam Up, but I want to make it its own thing now because it is separate from Tribe Steam Up now. Tribe Steam Up's doing its thing. Earth Tribe is about to do its thing, and what I mean by that is I want to take it farther than just Steam It. The words Earth Tribe are so universal for people who want to participate in environmental activism, and I even just just a weird example kind of with the t-shirt things I'm doing. Like the first one I did was like Tribe Steam Up shirts, right? And that was kind of that's specific to a Steam group. Now the second ones I did are the Anarchapulco shirts that are specific to the Anarchapulco event for 2019 in Mexico. And that's cool and everything. And if I have those shirts left over, it's going to be a lot harder for me to sell them after these things, or whatever. Even with the Steam show, like I'm still stuck with most of those Tribe Steam Up shirts, like you know what I mean. And those cost me actually more than any of the other shirts I've made. And but what I want to do next is make Earth Tribe shirts because that's different. You know what I mean? Even if like something happens to where Earth Tribe or like Earth Tribe's kind of stalled at the moment, it doesn't matter. Earth Tribe is a way bigger concept than just a Steam It group. You know what I mean? Like, and the symbolism behind like the designs I have too is so like profound. And I feel like that like those words and that concept with those designs can transcend so many different borders, and I can sell those shirts anywhere I go for a really long time, regardless if I sell them quick or I don't. It doesn't matter because of the what they represent. So like I said, when I get done with the conferences, putting in some time on Earth Tribe, going to revamp it, and really, I'm going to try to find a sponsor, some kind of delegation while I'm down here for Earth Tribe, just to help us out because I would really like to see these eco activists that are still sticking around, and there's not many of them. There's only a few, really get rewarded, and that's my goal with all that. And also another idea I had too is I'm about to like choose another person to like tag team this with me that really wants to help out because I can't lead Earth Tribe on my own is one thing I've discovered as well. I can't. I can't be the only leader. It has to be at least one other person, if not two, that has all the same capability and access that I do to the account and just can really like manage things when they have time, and I can manage things when I have time and the other person can too. There needs to be like sort of a partnership or trifecta there going on of some kind somehow.
Yeah, I got Blunt Smash. Me and him have the keys to Canon Create. Um, we used to tag team on Curation, but he started working again. But he does the weekly recap, which that's a lot. So, even like giving the upvotes for the manual Curation, that takes a lot of time. And yeah, man, I couldn't do Canon Create without Blunt, and especially with the community. Like, no way, man. It's a community thing, and yeah, you can't do it on your own, man. Even the Discord, fuck, man, that's a lot of work.
I mean, I was doing it kind of on my own for a while there, but when stuff started to get busier in my life, when I went into trim season at the end of the year, and then all this stuff was going on with the music career, and then Anarchapulco T-shirt projects, like I thought I could keep up with it, but I just couldn't. I underestimated how much of my time was going to be available for Earth Tribe, and I kind of had a what's his name? Dynamic Green helping me out really good there for a while, especially with the curation posts. Um, but I don't know what happened there, man. At, anyway, so that ever since he left, it's kind of been like at a standstill. Because I don't know, it was kind of my fault for not following up with a couple of people about continuing the curation posts and stuff like that. But that's kind of part of the problem too, because I don't have another like person on the same level as me being able to like take those responsibilities when I did get busy in those situations recently. And that that's kind of the problems I have to solve. I have to get a delegation from someone here in Acapulco that actually cares about what we're trying to do with Earth Tribe. And um and then once I get that too, then I can actually supply some things to people for doing the curations again, because I used to, I gave out Steam for people doing creation for me. I didn't just expect it to be done for free. I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
And that was sponsored by Triumph Steam Up originally, but then when that fell off, I just started pulling it out of Earth Tribe and even out of my own personal there for a little while, just to make sure I could keep things afloat. And that's what a responsible leader should do. But yeah, I just need some shared responsibility with the leadership of the whole thing, basically.
Yeah, man. Well, Earth Tribe has got Canon Creates like 100% support. I don't know if you noticed, but on every Canon Create post, we fly that Earth Tribe banner, and we even do a small delegation. We'll probably up that up a little bit here in a little bit, and I'll probably buy one from Block Trades again. But yeah, man, Earth Tribe and Tribe Steam Up, man, they've done so much, and it's probably what Steam needs again, man. I know Tribe Steam Up isn't as active as they used to be. And Canon Create, we're coming up, man. We're doing lots of good stuff. But Tribe Steam Up was shit. At one point, it had over 1 million Steam power, and it's doing lots of stuff.
I mean, if we could get something to where, and if you're going to do something like that, I would greatly appreciate it. But let's coordinate for the timing of it, so I can make sure that like we're ready to ramp it up when you do give those like delegations and stuff. But if I found a bigger delegator to where I could be getting people $3-5 a post on some kind of freaking upvote again, and really give incentive. And I'm talking like a group of 50 people. Let's not make it like 200 like Tribes Team Up did. 50 hardcore eco activists that are really doing good, and most of the members of the Earth Tribe, they're still active for that. And they always, there's consistent people that do participate in my Earth Deeds contest too, which is going to be a huge
Yeah, there's some really good ones. Porters. I know Natural Medicine, man. That's another Steam It group I highly respect. Um, right when I was getting involved with them, shit got really pumped up with Canon Create. So I haven't been active in much Discords, but the Natural Medicine, I delegated a little bit of Steam power from Canon Create just so I can fly their banner because they're doing really great stuff. So I definitely recommend anybody to go check out that group. I know their Discord's a little different. I like what they do, but they require people to delegate 50 Steam power to have access to their Discord, which is pretty smart. I can see some people saying that they don't want to be part of that, but they're actually another group that are helping fucking make Steam stay alive. So they have my respect.
Yeah, I love what natural medicine is doing. Sage Scrub and Porters and Truck Life Family and Eco Alex, like all those, the Eco Train magazine, all that stuff, man, is so freaking awesome. And I remember that's what I was trying to do with Tribe Vibe, was unite all those things together. But then, it's of course, as soon as I start doing that and link it with One Up, SMTs fail, marketing crash. Fucking
Well, you did though. You really did unite all of us. I was really proud that Ken and Create was on that. I'm sure the others do too. Like you'd be surprised just how a little bit can go a long way.
Yeah, if we can get, if Steam's active user base can climb back up a little bit again, I think we can revamp the Tribe Vibes thing too. But it's really hard to
Yeah, it will.
it's really hard to coordinate a bunch of conscious groups together when a lot of those groups are kind of not really participating in anything anymore. Now, not the ones we've just mentioned, but the other ones. There's a bunch of other
Well,
groups
I
out
know
there.
Team Good is dismantled. I think they called it quits. But you know, Cannon Create, man, we're fucking pumped up, man. We're fucking crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, Steam
We're-
Silver Gold seems to be still alive and well too, and they're still throwing the idea around of making another Steam Silver round this year too. So hopefully we'll see the design contest pop up for that. I'd love to see a 2019 round.
Yeah, but you know, Blunt Smasher, man, because he's really into that shit. He wants a collaboration with Steam Silver Gold, man. So if you can help us out, I know
What do you mean, like submitting a design for the round?
no, man, we just want to link up with Steam Silver Gold and fly their banner on our post, like a Steam Silver Gold can create collaboration or something. Like we should, you know what we should do? Is
Yeah,
fucking get a coin made with the Can Create logo and have Steam Silver Gold like push it or something.
anything that you do with precious metals, Steam Silver Gold's gonna like. They love precious metals posts, and if you make precious metals posts, use the Steam Silver Gold tag, and also Metals Mafia if you want, but especially the Steam Silver Gold tag. If you do that for a little bit, make some of those posts, show you're interested in precious metals like legitimately, and that project idea is cool. If you're serious about that, yeah, I mean, hit up Silver Stacker UK or Pit Bullion or Welsh Stacker, like all the dudes in Steam Silver Gold. I think I can invite you into the Discord server. I think I can have the ability to do that if you want me to.
All right. Yeah, that was one goal that.
But yeah, they're pretty open to new membership as well. And it's like a tiered delegation system with how you get your upvotes too. So like the more that you delegate, the higher you your upvote is, and they have tiers are all labeled for like there's like the lead tier, the bronze tier, the silver tier.
Okay, that's catchy. Yeah, well, that was my envision from the start. I made waves. I got hooked up. SoCal Steam It, Team Good. Forget who else. Dynamic Steamians, of course. But yeah, that's something I haven't done for a while. Is really reach out to other groups. There's a couple groups that always like I get stuck on, and I try to get their support, and we get it somewhat, but it's some people I just need to like forget about. But like they're number one on Steam, so it's kind of like hard not to, even though I have lots of respect for them. You know what I mean?
So you're talking about?
Well, I don't know. Well, like there's like Steam Speak. That's a group that I was trying to get a hold of. Trying to get a collaboration going, but something like that didn't happen. And I guess since that didn't happen, I got discouraged. So, but yeah, like Steam Silver Gold, I need to reach out to them. And yeah, there's so many things going on Steam.
Hey man, we can still send money anywhere in the world for free almost instantaneously.
I know.
Still have the
And man, like one Steam, yeah, and one Steam to me is worth way more than $1 US.
Hey, so so Hempers here has been on. I don't know why it's not popping up on my browser, but Hempers has been getting like ads on Steemit.com at the top, like advertising things like Steam Monsters. Have you seen anything like that?
Yeah.
I wonder why it's not showing up on mine.
Steam Monsters, I hear that they just bought a lot of ad space. But yeah, man, I've been getting ads, like some weird ads, like on posts that don't have comments yet. They have an ad underneath it right there, and it's like, whoa. I wonder where is that money going to, and what's it being used?
And they need to just go ahead and set up a marketing campaign for Steemit and fucking develop the platform more and just get it over with and make it big. I don't know what their problem is.
Elemental. I forgot, dude. Check this out, bro. I don't know if you're aware of this, But Canon Create, this server now has a tip bot. We can tip people Steam. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yes, man. So now, yeah, we can tip each other Steam, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? I've noticed too that all the shows on Canon Create, all the DJs are getting tips except me. What's up with that, people? I'm just kidding. So yeah, check it out, man. So, um,
Hey, don't feel bad. I've never once been paid for a show yet, but I am going to get paid for my first time at the Turtle Party.
well, I just tipped you one Steam, brother.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, so check that out, man. That's how you tip. You just type that. So you type that, and then it sends you a link to Steam Connect to transfer Steam.
Well, you just type $tip, then my name, then whoever's name you're trying to tip, and then the amount.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's why because we're trying to be professionals here, man, and we're putting in Grim. He's really putting in lots of work, man, in the Greenhouse Radio. Shit, how much shows do we have now? Can you guys give me that number? We have 12 shows now, bro.
Very nice. Yeah. I don't know what's up with Kenny. Hold on. You mind if we take a quick break?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a song.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Greenhouse Radio.
Man, I wish fucking Kenny was here, man. He would be breaking down some info right.
Yeah, man, I was like looking forward to picking his brain, like how he feels about Steam It in its current state and what we can do to make it thrive.
Yeah, fucking think everyone's over there partying at the Princess right now without us. I think our house is completely empty. Everyone left.
Yeah, man, just like the name of that place, I just want to go. The Princess.
Man, some of my really early Steam It posts have a bunch of videos of all the waterfall pools and shit and the Mayan carvings all around. The whole thing's shaped like a Aztec ziggurat temple. It's freaking huge. It's like this huge rainforest like pool area with 5 pools and 3 waterfalls and 2 swim up bars that's on the beach on the ocean. It's like crazy. And they're just all partying over there right now. Everyone's getting liquored up and just they got dancers up there performing, not like strippers, but like these, I don't know, like these wearing these crazy feather headdresses and whatnot and doing these exotic dance things and just a bunch of cool people around. I kind of want to go back over there, but it's already midnight here, and we can't go.
What?
And we can't go because there's the Collectivo stopped running, and we'd have to get a taxi, and I don't know, I don't trust it.
You don't have Uber over there?
Nope.
It's 12 o'clock there? I thought that was Pacific Standard Time over there.
Oh no, this is 2 hours forward from West.
Yeah, man, but fuck, you definitely make it a good show. I think I should start calling this show the JON and Elamental show. Yeah, man, it's really fun. Like like when we first started this, I always like was talking about doing a radio show, not because I always wanted to do one. It's because just for the betterment of the group. And then when Graham came along, he's like, okay, yeah, man, I'm do Chronic and Coffee over here. I'm like, okay, so I'll do a show too, me and Blunt on Mondays. it was never. It was always to show support and to like just show everybody else like, hey, you can do it too, type of deal. And man, one point I wanted to quit, dude. I was gonna be like, I fucking quit. But I've done it. I've been here every day at 7 o'clock with Blunt Smasher, and we've always had a show. Oh, pretty nice videos here. Happy birthday again. Yeah, I almost quit. I almost quit doing this, and even though now it's like it's not something where because I love like NPR radio, coast to coast AM. I love that shit. I enjoy talk radio, but like even now, like about my show, even though I think I do pretty good with like a Discord audience of 8 people. That's a lot of people. I still just like I shit, man. I forget what I'm doing. I'm so stoned right now. I ate an edible earlier. So how's the? No, I don't take dabs, man.
Which you did tonight, though, right?
Nah. When I macro dose, yeah, I guess it does feel like a dab. No, so what I'm saying about the radio show is, yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy it. It's not my calling or anything, but yeah, I really enjoy it, and I think it's really fun doing all this stuff.
Yeah, people used to tell me I should be a radio disc jockey, but I don't know.
Man,
MC role makes me a little bit better, but I
the
still.
beauty about Discord.
What's
I think
that?
that's the beauty about Discord, man. You can do a radio show on Cannon Curate.
Yeah, I think something like that's in order here in the future. Really interested to see what's going to happen when we get back. This year is going to be much different from any other year than the rest of my life. I'm completely running full force on my own, not working for other people. And I've tried to do things like that in the past, but even when I've done that in the past, I've always ended up partnering with other people on my projects and stuff like that. And this time it's just me and my girlfriend, and we have our plans of what we're gonna do. We're starting this home cleaning business, right? And we've already been making way more per hour doing that than we have ever at the cannabis farms we were working at for 5 years, which makes no fucking sense. But even with that, and then we're gonna go out to Nevada to the Virgin Valley and mine a bunch of really high quality fire opal where we need to go. And I mean, this stuff is fucking beautiful and it commands a high value. So we're gonna get a few buckets of that and bring it back, sell a bunch of that on wholesale and make some cool jewelry out of that and sell it. I think we got some good plans ahead of us, financial security wise. But when you do stuff like this, it's always a risk because you never know how things are gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do feel like with the house cleaning thing in particular, it's going to be really good money because I mean we're making like basically making $30 an hour doing cleaning, and you just go clean people's houses. We can set our own schedules, and we're also going to be vending a lot more festivals this year too. That's our other plan. We're going to hit some festivals all over the West Coast. I mean, we might even make it down to Cali for one. The thing about traveling like long distances in our cars is like I got a '86 Toyota 4Runner and I got an '88 Honda Civic, right? And they're both pretty high mileage. So like I worry about like taking them long distances and having them break down, having to spend like all my money on things in the middle of the road, So maybe I can get my truck or my car or get a different car before.
Oh man, Toyotas are really great vehicles, though, man. I think you're underestimating.
No, it's not that. It's because my Yoda's doing fine, but it needs an engine rebuild according to my buddy. I don't want to test that, but he's the more mechanically inclined person, so I'm gonna go with his advice and not take it too far without the rebuild because we can do the rebuild, but he just had to have back surgery like maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, so he's still recovering. But once his back's like better, then we're gonna get into rebuilding my 22 RE engine for this SR6.
Nice. Damn, man. I wish I used to have a 2002 Toyota Camry. Had the 2200 engine in it. Fuck, man. If I still had it, man, I would fucking give that shit to you. Damn, I love Toyotas.
I gotta tell you, man. So I'll tell you this little story real quick. This is way off topic, but
Oh, that's good.
The first car I ever learned to drive on was a '97 Toyota Camry, or it might have been a '98. I don't remember, but it was the most reliable, awesome car I've ever driven to date. Now, we had that car for years, right? We got it kind of like brand new, and it was just fucking the nicest car. We never had to take it to the mechanic one fucking time besides for, oil change. And all of a sudden, it was like 2000, I guess it was like 2003. My parents were like, "Oh, well, we're going to trade this in and get a newer Camry, right?" And I was like, "No, that's stupid. Don't do that. This car's awesome. Let me get it from you somehow, or I'll," because I was saving up money for a car, right? But I wanted an Integra, but I kind of saw the opportunity and was like, "Well, I could get a good deal for this." And they're like, "Nope, selling it to get. We're trading it in." And they traded it in for a 2002, and that car had nothing but fucking problems. Because there were a lot of cars around like the 2000 switch that like they started upgrading the computer chips in cars, and it wasn't going well. So there was a lot of like little like detail issues with the chips in those cars, and it caused a lot of malfunctions to happen, engine problems, and parts breaking all the time and shit like that. But the exact car I want is a fucking, yeah, I want a '98 Camry. I almost have one at one point, but then it kind of slipped away from me. But my buddy actually just got a '98 Corolla with only 75,000 miles on it. He paid $2,000. Oh, excuse me. He paid $2,200 for that car. No joke.
Damn.
I was like, dude, fucking Portland has the best deals for cars I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think with Toyotas though, there's no in betweens. Like either like it's the best vehicle in the world, or it's gonna be like the shittiest.
I've always had great experiences with Toyota. If I had a choice, every time I'm buying.
Yeah, me too, man. Like Toyotas are really good. We got a Honda right now, and it's all right. Actually it's really good, but like yeah, those Japanese vehicles, they are really good.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Honda too, and that my Civic's awesome too. But yeah, it's just not a Toyota, you know. Like, and also they're way more easily stolen than Toyota.
Yeah, my roommate or my old roommate, he's actually in the server Lethal. I think you guys know him. Damn, Sam was not here. Why is Sam leave? But yeah, my old roommate that used to live here, he got his Honda stolen twice. Once at the Olive Garden he worked at up the road, and one in front of the apartment where we live at. Which my
Yeah,
mom, she gave us that Honda, and like she made us get full coverage. So I was like, okay, because it's only a 2001 Honda, but it's got like maybe 80,000 miles on it. But we got it, and my wife, she fucking wrecked it like a fender bender. But and then since we have full coverage, the insurance company was like, oh, well, it's totaled, so we can just pay you out, and you can keep the car. I was like, hell yeah, just pay me out, and I'll keep the car. So they paid me $5,000 to keep the car that we have. That's probably gonna last us 10 more years. Except now we just can't get full coverage on it.
yeah. I don't know. I've been in a couple of bad accidents that weren't my fault. Like I had the first car ever when I finally did get that Integra I was talking about. I saved up every penny from every paycheck from like the age of 14 to 17 and bought that thing. And within a month of having it, I was on the entrance ramp to a highway, and my tire blew, going at about I'd say about 45 mile an hour on the entrance ramp, maybe 50, speeding up to 65 to get on the highway. And I went spinning out of control across 4 lanes of traffic, and I went right in front of this big pile of traffic. Like if I would have been a second or two later, I would have like hit a bunch of cars. But I slammed my front of my car right into the guardrail and totaled it. And they later told me that there was an air bubble on the inside of the tire wall in the car they sold me. And I tried to follow up with it, but nothing ever came of it. It was pretty shitty. But
Yeah, man. So what a show. Now we're just talking about Hondas. So I was gonna ask you, how's the weed that you're smoking on over there?
well, let's see. How do I say this? you know, when I was at the my buddy's party the other night, that video I posted where my buddy gave the speech, that the guy giving the speech in the video is that's whose villa it is. It's Mike on Fire on Steven. He or there were some kids over there that hit some spliffs with me, and it was just that ditch dirt Mexican weed. It was just disgusting, but I mean, I hit it, I just to be social, but there I've made other arrangements personally.
But is there actually bomb though available to you down there?
I keep hearing that there is, but I haven't personally seen it yet. I just, I just have these magical abilities.
To get fucking poop? Does it have seeds and is it like pressed like a brick?
Yes.
What? That's weird. Why the fuck is the weed in Mexico fucking pressed like a brick? I thought they did that to ship it to the States.
It's not necessarily all flat like that all the time, but it's always bad. But I heard there is a dude that like has access to like better flour that's like hydro or something like that. But I heard some prices shot out and it was something like $180 for an eighth or something.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah,
What the
no,
fuck?
I was like, what, dude? I was like, no, I don't know anybody who's gonna pay that. Like anywhere.
Yeah, man. So yeah, thanks a lot for coming on to the show tonight, man. I don't know if there's anything else you want to end it out with.
Trying to find this clip real quick. One of my early Steam It posts from last year when I first got to Acapulco shows this Mexican district. It's like a 15-second video. One second.
Yeah, I want to see that. I've had some good Mexican weed though, man. I've had some weed that was just it was pretty good. It's got to be good, right? Acapulco Gold. Like, what's up with that?
Nope. I was asking if there were I was asking if there were gold mines here.
Oh yeah, are you gonna go gold mining?
No, there actually are huge silver deposits here. There's a lot of.
Oh,
I was trying about this. I was trying to find out about this fractional silver they make. Mexico is like, I believe, the only uh, uh, government in the world that still produces fractional silver that's also a usable currency. Like, and what I mean by fractional silver is like you see the American Eagles that are like 1 ounce rounds of silver, right? But they make those in here. They're called Libertads, and they're 1 ounce rounds. But they also make half ounce versions, quarter ounce versions, and 1/10 ounce versions. And I've been trying to find those. I came here last year trying to get them from the Banco Azteca, and they were like, they didn't understand what I was trying to say, and they just gave me the 1 ounce ones. But I really want to try and find those because there's huge silver mines just south and just north of this area. Uh, and I mean, it's really hard to get a hold of those fractional pieces. You can't like get them online unless you get them through secondary market, and the price is outrageous. So while I'm down here, that's one of my missions is to try and figure that out again. But I need somebody to like come with me as a translator this time. I can't. I'm trying to find the video still.
yeah. I guess that's us people that live on the West Coast. We need to get some really good weed. So I imagine like the stuff that I get I don't think it's very good. There's probably one point in my life when I'd be like, holy fuck, this is the best weed ever.
Yeah, I it's yeah, there's things to be had down here, but I'm not privy to speak on that at the moment.
Oh, so, man, one question I was about to ask you, I forgot, was So is there gonna be like chances that you're gonna eat some mushrooms or some LSD or something?
I personally am not gonna do anything like that. Although I'm not opposed to maybe doing some DMT on the beach or something like that, a little short thing. But Kenny was talking about participating in the ayahuasca ceremony here, so I'm interested to see how.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think maybe all of us should maybe experience something like that. I know, and
Yeah, there's a few friends of mine that are doing it and that are really into that kind of thing. I used to be that guy, but every time I do something like that now, I don't know, it doesn't have the same effects that it used to. When I do it now, it like has sort of negative effects. It makes me kind of like inside of myself too much. It's like my head
yeah,
makes me like
yeah,
crazy.
totally,
I
man.
don't know.
Same here too. I think my last. I don't know if we talked about this exactly last time, but yeah, my last trip was actually on mushrooms, and I cried the whole time. It was a good experience. Like I needed that, but it's just yeah, man. With the hallucinogenics, it's something it doesn't do anything for me nowadays. But maybe a ayahuasca type of thing. I don't know. Maybe I need that.
We just had our surfer brother walk in, Miguel. Are you participating in any of the ceremonies down here that are happening at like Anarch Awakening or anything like that? Hold on.
Yes, of course. I want to do the ceremony for meditation, the cacao one.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm not going for the hardcore psychedelics
Oh,
yet. Yeah, I'm just going to do the mellow. I want to just work the next day, so I need to be like active. I cannot do
Hmm.
6 hours or 8 hours trip.
So, Miguel, are you on Steam it?
Sure. My Steam is at in the high. It's
Can you drop the link? Drop the link. Oh yeah, fucking nice to meet you, man. My name is John, but on Steam, my Steam name is at John Yadada. You guys spell that out.
Johnny Dyer.
John knows John Yadada.
Johnny Dyer.
Yeah, so once again, you guys are listening to Greenhouse Radio online, and we are live from Acapulco, Mexico. Oh yeah, Elemental. Are you familiar with the new group, the Guys of Cannabis?
I have not heard of that one.
Yeah, they've been making waves on Steam. Drop a link.
Working on getting that for you for homie over here.
Yeah, the Guys of Cannabis. They're taking over Steam, is what I hear.
There is the link from my buddy Miguel. Inda High. It's at Inda High.
Nice. Yeah, I'll sign them up for a small upvote from Canada Rate once a day. Wait, his last post was 5 months ago. What the fuck? I was getting ready to upvote that shit.
No. Don't upvote that. That's a really old post. That won't do anything. But maybe we can post after it teaches the surfing and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, tell him I'm from the Santa Cruz area, so I'm sure if he's a surfer, he knows about Santa Cruz.
On.
Oh damn! Who is that? No. Tell him to post some more shit, man. He's got a upvote from Cannon Create, so he can't turn that down.
What is this now? Like with their face all up in the fucking camera right there, with her hooded for.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday! Pretty nice video.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Aw.
Nice video.
Hey, maybe you can sing her like
Thank
a
you,
little.
thank you.
Oh, what? Sing her like a little rap, Elemental, and a happy birthday rap. Yo, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, what up?
No,
What up?
come on. Save me the embarrassment. We're not in a Chuck E. Cheese or anything like that.
The rap. That's what I'll have to think on though for the future. For sure.
There you go. That's for you, John. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
Aw.
CD. Oh my goodness gracious.
You see what I deal with every day in my life? I'm happy to go to work.
Oh no.
It's like, go ahead.
I know what you mean by that. By you're happy to go to work. I used to look at my work as a little bit of a vacation, a little break from at home, because the kids are very, very. They don't have an outside life like we did, so they have a lot of pinned up energy. You see what I'm saying? We had bigger yards. We had an actual childhood. You know what I mean? These kids today, I get scared too to let them like get too much like far away from me. But now my kids, my daughter. She's so independent. But did you hear what your little son said to me? He was like, "Happy birthday, my nigga."
I don't
He's
think
so
so. Maybe I don't know.
It sounded, I swear, but I don't know if he said that for real. It just sounded like, but he said happy birthday for sure. But I don't know if anybody sounded like that. I was like, oh my God, listen to him. He's like this little G. What the? I was like, what is John? How is he? Because you don't talk like that. You know what I mean? At all. So I was just laughing. I had to say something. He made me laugh. Tell him I said thank you.
She said thank you, Isaiah. What'd you say? Well, to his credit, he does have gangster in him. Yeah, man. So, yeah, thanks a lot for taking the time for coming on the Cannon Create. Kenny's Kitchen, and you guys, if you guys want to come on, see, this is what I'm thinking, that you guys can do like some type of live show on Cannon Create. So if you want to do something, just let me know, and we can hook you up, dude. And if Kenny's Kitchen is available, I can just do like a surprise show. And even like pretty nice video. Unmute yourself. Pretty nice video can do the interview. She can do the interview.
Oh my God.
Would you like to interview Kenny's Kitchen?
What do they do? Cook?
Yeah, we can cook. Damn, I can't think of nothing funny to say that.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Lethal! Yeah, we got Lethal in the crowd. Lethal is my old roommate, actually. He's the person that told me about Steam.
Really?
Yep.
He's your daddy. He's your steam daddy.
Team Pusha.
Uh, technically.